And we love salute. Let's get into it. What a fucking event. Dope, dope, dope event. Dope event. But dope fucking event. I mean, there ain't really too many words to be said about the event itself, but everybody showed up. I mean, Official and Rock was dope. Official got the first, Rock got the second. And the third can be debated. Let's get into it.
To the top, chest, I'm outside, nigga. You say my name one time, I come outside, nigga. You hear me? I mean, since I started this, I might as well end it. Matter of fact, man, what is wrong with this? I don't even got no more things to say, man. I'm right at him.
Easy, I don't give a fuck. Easy, I don't give a fuck. Easy, I don't give a fuck.
Niggas say my name and then it's up with them. Niggas on my dick, y'all don't fuck with me. Y'all just see the wave and they loving me. Last time I checked, I thought Tate Rock and Steam shit cussing. What's up with it? Young boy, wow, the disrespect publicly. Not the bull, got an ex's mom that had company. I ain't having it. Yo, being by 11, little nigga, you ain't even old enough to have a preference, little nigga. I've been there, done that. Boomerang, I come back, chest a little weed, and all I need is one rack. It's up now. Leave it there, it don't come down. Nicks and cannons like one band, one sound. You say bow, that's not how a gun sound. When you start smoking weed, I gave a whole pound. XP said I need to see 3 more. Why the contract not signed? Pussy, you seen 4. Sean could have been next. I took a detour. Wanna enlist with no service? It's the Peace Corps. Young boy, ain't nothing you can do with me. This window is full of opportunities. I've been a bull, credit good, and I've been a young bull.
What's up, pretty salute queen? Dope. Fuck. Honestly, outside of maybe the first 2, if we gonna keep it a buck, if we gonna keep it a bean, right? If we gonna keep it a bean, outside of JC versus Lady Flames and Loso versus I can't even remember shorty name. And you know what's crazy is I didn't expect that. Loso like showed up. Loso came to like rap and kill shorty. He gave her like mad respect. He probably gave her way more respect than Verb gave Hustle. And I don't even want to say that because Verb be playing. Verb need to go back to eating meat, right? Yeah, Vixen. I don't even know why I forgot shorty name. But she wasn't ready for that. And that's another thing. And then part of it is because she knew, right? Like she knew. Official and Hustle ain't new, you know. So they was up there. They wrote, strategy of vets. Now, granted, that third round that Rock did was kind of like an alley oop, even though the shit is like stuck in my head. But people want to give Official the third, it's fine. But the way that I scored that battle, and I'm gonna start there, just because of hometown bias. I edged the Official the first round. I gave Rock the second round. And y'all can debate the third however y'all want to. I think my issue, and this will always be my issue, right? No matter who it is, no matter who they battling, it's my same issue when people battle Danny Myers. If you're gonna bring up the same shit that almost everybody else bring up, I deduct points for that shit. I just do. It doesn't matter if you do it creatively. I don't give a fuck. After a while, is to get tired of hearing the same shit. You know what I mean? Hustle was wilding. Like Surf said, if Hustle rap like that all the time, if she battled like that all the time, she just would have to battle men. There wouldn't be no girls left for her to battle. If we gonna keep it funky, Hustle wasn't playing. I don't know what the fuck Verb was thinking about. But this is also the issue when And this is not to take nothing away from the ladies. Not to take nothing away from the ladies. But this is also the issue when guys, hey Jasmine, this is the issue when guys battle the women. That is the issue, right? Because it it's easier for the woman to write for the man than the man to write for the woman. Just to keep it a bean, it is way easier for the woman to write for the man. Just purely based off material. Coffee and Tea Top was probably the most debated battle of the night. My personal opinion, Coffee. And I still think it's some things Coffee can work on, but Coffee came to work. And they scored it. The caffeine vote was just how I scored it and shit. And I think I got, you know, I got the files. Let's see. What was this one? Hopefully the stream don't get shut down for this shit. But hey,
the way the battle's approached, the way people, and not, even if it's not me, because I do feel like it's some women that's clearly capable to beat some dudes tonight. Everybody approaches this like the men are supposed to win. I'm not saying that's my opinion or Jay Black's opinion, but when you sit down and watch these battles, you just naturally think DNA is going to beat official. I mean, you know what I mean? DNA
I don't
is going to beat
think that. I think guys naturally think that.
Yeah, and I think fans, because that's what we talking about, not us, because we rappers, we understand the logistics.
So you saying like the majority of the people might
the
feel like
fans just
the
men got a bigger fan base.
The majority of guys think that. I don't think all women
Right.
think
With me, when it comes to hip hop, because there's so many other things that people use to distract you from the actual bars and the actual talent of it. I don't feel like it matters, man or woman. I just go off of strictly talent. If a female is crazy with it, I'm going to say, yo, I think she's going to smoke them. Absolutely.
Being around me.
Absolutely. See, look, this is what I did with y'all.
No, because I remember once upon a time, like, if a chick was nice, the first question that people ask is like, yo, who wrote that?
Did she write? That's a fact.
Like, if a dude is nice.
That's taking a lot, though.
But if a dude is nice, a lot of guys out here be having, you know, Casper behind door #1 too. But nobody ever questions it.
and there we go with another point. Good point made by Remy. Another thing that Remy said yesterday. And shout out to Remy for this. Remy was asked would she battle. And Remy said that she would never say no, but she said she made a very, very, very good point. She said a lot of industry people come into battle rap and steal a bag and start out at the top. So even if she did, she said she would rather, train properly and go through the ranks. But that's not the part that I want to get into. She said that she believed that people of her stature, no matter where they at in their career, would be a bigger asset of helping push the culture forward than just coming in to take away from the culture, because that's what a lot of people do. Hence Cassidy. Because it's all the fuck you keep doing is stealing the bag and running off on the plug. But the way that they scored the event was 3-2. Men, 3 battles, of course, and the ladies 2. But the way that I scored it, I think that Coffee versus T-Top is a very debatable battle. That's a preference battle. Take gender out of it, and it's a preference battle. Whether you like T-Top angle or whether you like what Coffee brought, no matter what, it's a preference battle. You know what I mean? I lean more towards T-Top. You know what I mean? Just like, and this is not really me being biased in Rock versus Official battle. Because I knew she was going to come out and her first round was going to be crazy. But her shit always declines. She starts out amazing. And with Rock, right? Check this out. Round placement. If you want to give her the battle, cool. I ain't got no problem with that. Round placement. If he changes the rounds around, he wins the battle. Let's be clear on that. Let's say he moves, he started the battle with the third round. If he starts the battle with the third round, he would she would take the first round and that would be it. That would be it. Yo, you feel what I'm saying? If he starts the battle the way that he did his third, if that's how he would have started the battle, she'd take the first round clear, and his second stays in the place where his second was, he will win the second. And he changes first into his third because his first was better than her third. Like her third was better than his third. You know what I mean? Like, so it's debatable. And I think it's always gonna be tough for the vet men. It's the same situation with Surf and 40. Was 40 material that much better than Surf's? Probably not. But the minute if they can rap with them and it becomes debatable, the girls are going to win. But the girls showed up. All of them. All of them. Lady Flame, JC, just too much for a lot of people. It was too early for her to stand in front of JC. That wasn't even fair. That wasn't right. That wasn't right. But that's what she wanted. So JC gave her what she wanted. She wasn't ready for that. She wasn't ready for that at all. And sometimes people think that they're ready for shit that they clearly not ready for. And she really thought that, she was ready to stand in front of somebody that's arguably one of the best pens in battle rap. She was not ready for that. She has a really dope pen, but she just getting her feet wet. You know what I mean? She still got training wheels on that motherfucker. Like, slow down, shorty. Wasn't time yet. And until these events going to end up always being exactly like this. You're going to have them all be like 3-2 or 3-1. Because when you get to the vet women versus the vet men, they're always going to end up kind of sort of the way Verb and Rock ended up at. Not to take nothing away from Hustle and Official, it's just going to end up that way because the girls know how to write appropriately for those situations. You know what I mean? And then it's harder for the men to come up with some material fact. Now, in a different environment, I don't even think Rock would have remotely tried that third round if that was on a big stage. It would have been totally different. My personal opinion, I just think it would have been different in this environment. You get to try shit. Verb is just still being Verb. Verb need to get some chicken, some meat, some beef, some something. Cause no, Hustle was balking on this nigga. And Verb has some shit. It's not to say Verb wasn't up there rapping, cause Verb can rap, but this is battle rap. It's battle rap. It's not a rap contest. It's battle rap. It is not a rap contest. But both events was very dope. Everybody showed up. It was no choking. It wasn't no bumbling. It wasn't no stumbling. Um, it was a very good look for battle rap, especially being as though with intending the battles this weekend. You know what I mean? And this is the look. These things are necessary to push the culture forward. You know what I mean? And URL is doing a good job at that. We shall see how this caffeine situation moves forward once the doors open back up. Because don't get it twisted. This has been convenient for URL. It has been convenient for battle rap. It has been a pleasure for the fans. We get to watch these events for free. But I would like to see how these arrangements going to be once the doors open back up, because nothing to never take away from the live experience, right? Um, but I just wonder, are they still going to do all the events free on caffeine, even after they open the doors back up, or some events free on caffeine, and then the rest of them like Summer Madness, Gnome, shit like that. Um, they would be pay per view streams. Even though I don't think you all want to get back into the pay per view thing, it's just not cost efficient. Not enough battle rap fans order pay per views. That's just keeping it funky, just not. But Double Impact 4, um, March 27th, I believe, is the next event. I think that's going to be a dope event too. As they are calling this month Smack Madness. So caffeine is gonna, have something present in the app is constantly gonna be putting up battles on that. So y'all can best believe these battles from this weekend will be dropping really quickly on the app. So shout out to you all for this weekend. I enjoyed it. I kind of missed a lot of the event. I came home from work. I was sleeping my ass. I fell asleep. I fell asleep. But technology is a beautiful thing. So I was at least able to, even though you can't rewind on caffeine, but it is ways through technology to get it done. But dope event. I scored it almost just the way the crowd scored it. Um, I'm not arguing with anything, but what maybe um, the way that I would see it is that battle with Coffee and T Top is the debatable battle. You know what I mean? That's the preference one. So whatever side you lean on is cool. And I like to see and Queen of the Ring is going, they doing Heir to the Throne, look like Lady Luck is coming back. And that's a good look for the culture. You know what I mean? For the girls to get more plates. Now they can start trying to find more talent because that's another issue with the women, right? The pool of women is not as big as the men. So when people make the complaint that is not a lot of events for the girls, who are the girls going to battle? It'll be the same cycle of women over and over and over again. So they can't have but so many events within a year. Like the guys it's a lot of male battle rappers. It just is. This is a lot of motherfuckers. So URL could throw 3 events and you wouldn't see Rock, you wouldn't see Verb, you wouldn't see a whole bunch of big names. You would see some new guys, some mid-level guys, and some guys that's kind of sort of top tier. They can do that 3 events in a row before you see any top tier guy. It's not the same way for the girls. But so now it's time to start looking for, cultivating talent to bring in more girls. And that would help. That would be a big help. Now you got to send them through the same process that you would do the men, else it just wouldn't be helpful to them. You know what I mean? Um, Vixen is fucking amazing. Lady Flames is fucking amazing. Vixen has star power out of the fucking world. But tonight she learned something. She went to school. She went to school tonight. So did Lady Flames. They went to school. The rest of them, what it was. I think even Coffee to an element. Coffee was way better. And I've been very critical of Coffee. But she was way better tonight than I seen her against a lot of girls. And that's saying something because I fuck with her. I just think she could do better. Hustle was hustle. She beat Verb. Caffeine called it a 30. It was Rock versus Official. To me, is debatable. It just is. It's just the preference is the third round. Whatever you prefer. No gun bar Rock. Rock trying to be funny. I thought the shit was funny. It's stuck in my head. You know what I mean? I almost started the show saying the shit. But I mean, but official didn't play in the third round, so I see why some people lean towards that. But I scored it the same way that they did on the caffeine shit, and that's even with the hometown bias. But dope fucking event. Um, it's gonna be a good month for battle rap. It's gonna be a good year. Like the energy around the culture in general is good energy. So um, even with the RBE shit and Cassidy battling, and it's an interview up with him doing what he do right now. I think it's on 15 Minutes of Fame or Hip Hop is Real. I didn't even watch it yet. I was gonna put it up on here, but yeah, I think it was like that for a lot of people. I always felt like Pretty always felt like she could do so much better. Like her first rounds would be dope as fuck. Her first rounds would be okay, and then her second and her third would be iffy, like really iffy. I just think she could do better, and a lot of times, unfortunately, because of some of the things that she do on social media, um, and this about to sound fucked up, but it's just true. A lot of times, a lot of girls are booked because of the way that they look, not because of the way that they rap. That's just to be just keeping it a bean, keeping it funky. Some are booked not based on their capabilities, but just based on the way that they look. And it's not fair to some of the other girls. It's just not. Just when you look at it through that lens, it's not. Because the guys don't have to go through that. The guys, whether they can rap or not, you get up there, battle, you might not get booked if you lose a couple in a row, but that is what it is. There ain't but so many girls. So when you have some being favored over others for certain reasons, it's just not fair in the grand scheme of the whole shit. It's not healthy for all of them to be able to push forward. And with it being, and I think the best thing that happened to Queen of the Ring, even though a lot of people don't think so, is that partnership with URL because it fixes some of the things that was wrong with the business on the back end of a lot of the bullshit that was going on over there before. So shout out to them, and it's gonna and now now you have these situations where Coffee is not a Queen of the Ring battle rapper. She's a URL battle rapper. So is Lady Flames. Shit, at this point, you know what? To be honest, everybody on the fucking card tonight, arguably, even though Hustle battled that Queen of the Ring, she's a URL battle rapper. Same thing with Official. She battled over Queen of the Ring, but every female on this card technically now are URL battle rappers. They got battles on URL, more battles in recent transactions on URL than they do on Queen of the Ring. But Coffee is homebred URL, not Queen of the Ring at all, period. And the same with Lady Flames. But dope fucking event. It's fucking late, so I'm not gonna stay on here too fucking long. I'm gonna shut this down and do a full probably breakdown later in the week. Which was the plan. Me and somebody else. I forgot who I arranged it with, but I think Battle Rap Panda. But dope fucking event. A lot of battles on here had replay value, and I think what a lot of people gonna see is when a few of these battles drop on the app, the outcome is gonna look a lot different from both days, from yesterday and the day, from both events. When those battles drop on the app, the process is gonna be different because again, you have two different types of battle rap fans that you're going to have voting. Most of the people that got the app are hardcore battle rap fans. A lot of people are not able to catch every last event as it happened because it's live and you gotta watch it as it's live. It ain't no VODs no more that people can buy and watch it later. Gotta wait for it to drop on the app. Those are different type of people analyzing it differently than a lot of the caffeine votes, which is going to start a whole nother argument and a whole nother debate for a lot of these battles. That's how a lot of the ones that got high replay value will be debated probably for the rest of the year. I think so far, yesterday, you probably have a battle of the year so far candidate out of yesterday. And you definitely have a performance of the year so far by a female. So far this year, you have that moment so far. You know what I mean? And again, shout out to Vixen because it's not to take. She deserves what she got with Woman of the Year last year. It's just she went up against somebody that couldn't afford to lose. Loso could not lose this battle. It couldn't happen. It couldn't happen. If he want bigger plates, if he want top tier guys, um if he want to be eventually a main event, he could not lose to her. Now, see, the backdrop to that is she could lose to him and be fine. He could not lose to her and be fine. The pool of competition over on for his demographic, nah, he couldn't afford that shit. Wasn't gonna happen. What's up, Wax though? It just wasn't gonna happen. It wasn't gonna be a good look for him. But anyway, salute anybody that missed the fucking event. If you don't have the URL app, I don't know what to tell you. This shit is only $7.99. If you're a battle rap fan, you should have this shit. It's fucking $7.99 a month if you're a battle rap fan. But if you ain't got it, there's other places of how you can get it. Email me. I'll show you where you can get it from. Even though I don't really like showing people, but I do understand we're in a pandemic and all that shit. Everybody can't afford the fucking $7.99 for the fucking app, I guess. You know what I mean? But dope fucking event. Double Impact coming up in a couple of weeks, and we still got the RBE event with fucking Cassidy. Motherfucker, stop booking this nigga. Like, stop booking him. Like, just if he don't show up this time, he can't get booked no more. Should nobody book him no more. If he's trash, this event, no more booking him. He's stealing from the culture, and the culture don't owe him shit. Don't owe him shit. You built your career, all that shit. The battle rap culture don't owe. In motherfucking leagues, gotta stop looking at it like that. Us bloggers gotta stop saying that shit. Everybody gotta stop saying it. Like those guys that used to battle rap before battle rap got where it is now. Like battle rap owe any of them anything. If you moved on to do music, you got your payoff. Now the guys like Lux and other guys that stayed within the culture and still did music, yeah, you can say the culture owed those guys something because they battle for free and they still participate in the culture. But motherfuckers like him, you left, one and got an industry bag. And now that your career is no more, you want to come back and steal money from the battle rap culture. No, the battle rap culture don't owe you shit. Shouldn't be allowed to come back and battle a top tier nothing. I agree with Remy when she said that shit. That shit should not be allowed. Them motherfuckers should have to start out the same way everybody else do. They should have to have a PG battle or some shit before they take on somebody with a fucking name. They should have to get a fucking $500 check just like any motherfucking body else. Fuck them. The culture don't owe them shit. But anyway, salute. Appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for coming by. Be back probably tomorrow, one day this week to tie this thing up like a bow and tell y'all, give my predictions for Double Impact going into that particular event. But this week we'll be back to regularly scheduling program content. This just was one of those weekends. It was an all-star weekend. They ain't been live that much anyway. But shout out, salute. We gonna get back to it. Thank y'all for coming by. I'm gonna drop this easy response to hold on, one more thing. Somebody I think it was fucking Piper Boy Williams. This motherfucker said everybody that's jumping on the top tier shit is just riding Easy's wave. Motherfucker. This is something that has been a tradition within hip hop culture for a long time. This track come out, motherfuckers typically get on the same beat of that particular shit to go back after them unless they making an album cut or something. None of these shits are album cuts. Nobody's making money off of none of these fucking songs. So you get on the shit real quick and you spit your 32 back to the person that you do it to. Don't have nothing to do with nothing else. Some people shouldn't be allowed to speak on the culture. Just real shit. But all right, we're going to get out of here. Good night. Appreciate y'all. We out of here. All right?
To the top, chest, I'm outside, nigga. You say my name one time, I come outside, nigga. You hear me? I mean, since I started this, I might as well end it. Matter of fact, man, what is wrong with this? I don't even got no more things to say, man. I'm right at him.
Easy, I don't give a fuck. Easy, I don't give a fuck. Easy, I don't give a fuck.
Niggas say my name and then it's up with them. Niggas on my dick, y'all don't fuck with me. Y'all just see the wave and they loving me. Last time I checked, I thought Tape Rock and Steam shit cussing. What's up with it? Young boy, wow, the disrespect publicly. Not the bull, got an ex's mom that had company. Yo, being by 11, little nigga, you ain't even old enough to have a preference, little nigga. I been there, done that. Boomerang, I come back, chest a little weed, and all I need is one.